Cameras rolling.
Interior take 1A. I know that art is powerful and that it can be used for change, but I think its real power is in the way it resists everything that is about power. The potency of art comes from the way in which it doesn't need any power to affect you. It doesn't have to coerce you. It doesn't have to force you to do anything. It extends itself out, and then people come towards it. I made a film called Sojourner, which is a film about all of these different social experiments, and mainly women who wrote about their lives and had something to say about how to become, like, I guess, their own fully actualized human selves. And all of these women would kind of have the same visions and the same dreams and the same experiences for the same reasons, which is that they just want to be like free people, you know? It's kind of beautiful. So the film is just thinking about what it would mean to sort of take the messages that they left us really seriously and following their instructions.
Hey, Turia. At dawn, sit at the feet of action. At noon, be at the hand of might. At the eventide, be so big that sky will learn sky.
Thing that I always loved about film was that the celluloid is and the lens are a container for every other art form. And I still think of like installation art as being very similar, where the space or the gallery is a container for everything else that people do and make. A lot of times my work is really like bombastic, and it can have like a very fast read, like it's language. So you read it and then you think you know what it says. But then there's like a cacophony of that. Everything is on top of everything else. So the only way to really experience that or parse that out, if you choose to, is to really slow down. Because usually it takes a minute to understand that all these little things you're seeing on the table are also in this projection over here, and that when people suddenly discover that for themselves, then they're very invested in decoding everything else. And I love that process and make it more possible for people to arrive at their own epiphanies, you know? Give it or leave it is a take on the very familiar phrase, take it or leave it, which is a really coercive term if you think about it. It's basically whoever gets to say take it or leave it is the person who has the power, right? And I thought, wow, what if the thing that was being surrendered was the power itself, so that no matter what, you were just always giving something away or walking away from something or offering something, as opposed to coercively demanding that people accept what's offered. There is no end game. There's no point where we're finished building our society. It's a process, and all these little experimental communities or artistic gestures of generosity are part of that. I think anytime you're making something with the intention or desire to share it with someone else, that's a social gesture, right? And that offering is not to be dismissed, but that seems to be the whole point of it all. So that's what I'm always thinking of. Yeah.